This November, Gauri, Vihaan, and their allies face relentless challenges as they battle dark forces, uncover hidden truths, and confront treacherous enemies. With the mystical Prathamvriksh, Rishvamani, and Man Kalash at the heart of their journey, every day brings new dangers, unexpected twists, and emotional revelations. Courage, strategy, and sacrifice will be tested as the struggle between light and darkness intensifies. Saturday, November 1st, 2025. Gauri and Arjun embark on a perilous journey into a mysterious cave, determined to reach the legendary Prathamvriksh. Their path, however, is far from easy. Deep within the shadows of the cave, they encounter a massive, menacing snake that blocks their way, forcing them to confront both their fears and their physical limits. Every step forward becomes a test of courage, and a threat of danger hangs over them with every movement. Meanwhile, Davinch approaches Kesar with an unusual request, asking her to accompany him to the Prathamvriksh. He claims the journey will help her discover hidden truths about herself. Kesar, torn between suspicion and curiosity, senses that Davinch may have ulterior motives. The stage is set for a tense adventure where alliances and intentions will be tested, leaving both characters and viewers uncertain of what will unfold. Sunday, November 2nd, 2025. Arjun manages to save Gauri from the snake's deadly grip, but the danger is far from over. In a bold and daring move, they leap into the snake's mouth, following a mysterious path that promises to lead them to the Prathamvriksh. Each step of this treacherous journey tests their wit and bravery, strengthening their bond as they navigate the cave's hidden perils together. Meanwhile, Kesar confronts Davinch over Adifir's phone, demanding answers. The confrontation intensifies as secrets and hidden agendas begin to surface, revealing cracks in Davinch's carefully constructed plans. Kesar's courage and determination set the stage for a dramatic battle of wits, as the tension between them escalates with every moment. Monday, November 3rd, 2025. Davinch makes a shocking promise to Kesar, vowing to unite their powers, while secretly plotting to eliminate Vihaan. His manipulations cast a dark shadow over the unfolding events, and the tension among the characters grows with each calculated move. Kesar must decide whether to trust him, knowing that betrayal could come at any moment. Later, Gauri faces Davinch's cunning tricks as he conjures multiple illusions of himself, attempting to confuse and weaken her. As she fights to strike him, the illusions test her perception and strength, forcing her to rely on her intuition and inner power. The battle between truth and deception reaches a critical point, highlighting the stakes of her quest. Tuesday, November 4th, 2025. Gauri shows her cleverness by striking the Prathamvriksh, which results in injuring Davinch and simultaneously healing Vihaan. Her actions prove her bravery and resourcefulness, and the relief of seeing Vihaan safe fills her with renewed determination. The balance of power begins to shift, hinting at new possibilities in their struggle against darkness. Later, Vihaan engages in a fierce fight with Betalini the Dayan, a dangerous adversary whose strength challenges him at every turn. Gauri watches anxiously, celebrating each of his successful moves as he manages to hold his ground. The victory not only strengthens their bond, but also raises the stake for the enemies plotting in the shadows. Wednesday, November 5th, 2025. To save Vihaan from the clutches of danger, Prathamvriksh suggests a radical plan, uniting him with Davinch. The proposal raises doubts and tension among the group, as such a union carries immense risk. Meanwhile, Harsh works secretly to discover a way to weaken Davinch, hoping to safeguard Vihaan and their family from imminent threats. Later, Vihaan is left in shock when Kesar publicly declares him as her husband. The revelation shakes the family dynamics, creating confusion and tension. Emotions run high as relationships are tested, and the characters must navigate the challenges of love, loyalty, and hidden agendas in the midst of rising danger. Thursday, November 6th, 2025. Gauri confronts Vihaan, her jealousy flaring over his marriage to Kesar. Their heated exchange reflects the complex emotions brewing between love, trust, and rivalry. The confrontation pushes both to face the vulnerabilities within their relationship. Meanwhile, Arjun secretly takes action to weaken Davansh by spilling a potion during the dance performed by Kesar and Gauri. The subtle sabotage is a gamble that could turn the tide in their favor. As shadows of danger loom, alliances are tested and trust becomes the ultimate weapon in their struggle against darkness. Friday, November 7th, 2025. During the puja, Gauri captivates the family by narrating the timeless tale of Savitri and Satyavan, drawing parallels between the story and their current struggles. Her storytelling inspires courage and hope, reminding everyone of the power of determination and sacrifice. Later, Kesar attacks Davansh, only to be countered by Gauri, who manages to save and trap him in a clever maneuver. Her protective instincts for Vihaan and the family shine through, demonstrating her strategic brilliance and unwavering bravery. Saturday, November 8th, 2025. Gauri and Vihaan succeed in trapping Davansh in a cage, attempting to restrain his dark influence. When Davansh refuses to apologize to Kesar, Vihaan takes a bold step by impersonating him, showcasing his cunning and resourcefulness. The deception sets the stage for unexpected twists in their struggle against evil. Later, Vihaan opens up to Gauri, expressing his regret over past actions. The heartfelt confession strengthens their bond and adds emotional depth to their partnership, even as danger continues to loom large. Sunday, November 9th, 2025. Mohana commands Betalini to capture the mystical bird that holds Kesar's life in its essence, raising the stakes for the family. The looming threat puts everyone on high alert, emphasizing the dangerous world they navigate daily. Meanwhile, the family is stunned as Vihaan returns, transformed after merging with Davansh. His changed persona creates uncertainty and fear, as loved ones struggle to discern how much of Vihaan remains beneath the dark influence of Davansh. Monday, November 10th, 2025. Gauri and the family are taken aback as Vihaan, now partly consumed by Davansh, defends Mohana. The revelation shakes their trust and raises questions about Vihaan's true allegiance. Tensions escalate when Mohana ominously announces that Vihaan has died and that Davansh now inhabits his body, leaving the family in shock. The struggle to reclaim Vihaan's identity becomes more urgent, highlighting the stakes in their battle against dark forces. Each decision carries profound consequences, and the characters must navigate a world where appearances can no longer be trusted. Tuesday, November 11th, 2025. Mohana threatens Gauri, demanding that she accept her as her mother-in-law. The pressure forces Gauri to confront her limits, testing her resolve and determination to protect her family. Meanwhile, Veena's family rallies behind Gauri, formulating a plan to earn Mohana's trust and reclaim Vihaan's love through daring and strategic actions. The stage is set for a tense confrontation where cunning and courage must triumph over manipulation. Gauri's resilience becomes the beacon of hope as the family unites against the growing shadow. November 12th, 2025. Mohana urges Davansh to crush Gauri's hope of restoring Vihaan, pushing him toward even darker actions. Her relentless manipulation intensifies the threat he poses, challenging Gauri's ability to protect those she loves. Later, Sharada introduces the Premankur, a mystical object that will bloom if Vihaan still exists within Davansh. This revelation provides a glimmer of hope, offering Gauri a potential path to restore Vihaan and counter Davansh's growing power. Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Davansh traps Gauri in a cage, destroying the Premankur in a cruel display of his power. His actions deepen the sense of despair, showcasing the relentless nature of his dark ambitions. Later, he strikes Sharada with the Pishak tear, infecting her and bending her will to his control. The family faces an escalating crisis, with both hope and allies slipping from their grasp as Davansh tightens his grip on their world. Friday, November 14th, 2025. Gauri manages a daring escape from the cage, breaking the dark influence that had spread across the family. Her courage reignites their determination, offering a beacon of hope in an otherwise dire situation. Meanwhile, Mohana feels triumphant as Gauri, overwhelmed and exhausted, gives up her struggle and accepts her as mother-in-law. The temporary surrender adds tension, as the family's battle against darkness reaches a critical point where sacrifices seem inevitable. Saturday, November 15th, 2025. Mohana forces Gauri to choose between her powers and remaining in the household. In a heart-wrenching decision, Gauri relinquishes her Rishva powers, appearing to bow to Mohana's authority. However, Gauri secretly remains within the family's midst, determined to locate the mystical man Kailash. Her hidden mission demonstrates her resilience and strategic mind, proving that hope and courage can endure even under immense pressure. Sunday, November 16th, 2025. Gauri returns from Tekti Temple with Vihaan, who has now awakened from Davansh's influence. The reunion brings both relief and renewed determination, as the family begins to strategize against looming threats. Later, Gauri ventures into Jalak in search of the man Kailash, unaware that Makarasar lies in wait. The danger escalates as she navigates the treacherous waters, highlighting the risks inherent in her quest for the mystical artifact. Monday, November 17th, 2025. Vihaan begins slipping back into his Davansh form, leaving Arjun and Harsh deeply emotional and concerned. The struggle for his true self intensifies, creating internal conflict and testing the family's resolve. Meanwhile, Makarasar continues to pursue Gauri relentlessly, determined to seize the man Kailash. The danger surrounding her grows more imminent, raising the stakes of her mission and emphasizing the urgency of her actions. Tuesday, November 18th, 2025. Rashmi inadvertently uses water as a conduit, allowing Makarasar to emerge. The sudden threat heightens the tension and puts everyone on high alert as the family scrambles to protect Gauri. Gauri pleads with Davansh to accept the man Kailash, hoping to avert disaster. The confrontation between her determination and his dark intentions creates a high-stakes scenario where courage and strategy collide. Wednesday, November 19th, 2025. As Makarasar attacks, Davansh steps in to protect Gauri, complicating the already tense situation. The clash between ancient powers and human determination reaches a critical point, with each move carrying enormous consequences. Later, Prathamvanshi warns Gauri that if she fails to stop Davansh from fully taking over Vihaan, her life will be at stake. The warning underscores the gravity of the mission, reminding her that every choice is vital. Thursday, November 20th, 2025. Gauri experiences despair after failing to locate the Rishvamani, but soon finds renewed strength from the support of her family. Their encouragement fuels her determination to continue the fight against the growing darkness. Meanwhile, Davansh makes his dark intentions known, declaring his plans openly. His boldness intensifies the conflict and sets the stage for the climactic battles that lie ahead. Friday, November 21st, 2025. In a daring move, Gauri stabs Davansh, triggering the glow of the Rishvamani. Her act of courage signals a shift in power, providing a glimmer of hope against overwhelming darkness. Later, she draws a sacred line that Davansh cannot cross, holding him at bay. This defensive measure allows her to move forward in her search for the Rishvamani, demonstrating both ingenuity and bravery in the face of danger. Saturday, November 22nd, 2025. Veena breaks the sacred line, freeing Davansh and escalating the threat to Gauri and her family. The sudden turn of events introduces chaos and tests the family's unity under pressure. Later, as Gauri finally obtains the Rishvamani, Davansh arrives, only to be blocked by a giant moving axe. The obstacle underscores the peril of their journey and the cunning nature of their adversary. Sunday, November 23rd, 2025. Gauri confronts Veena for handing the real Rishvamani to Davansh, demanding answers and accountability. The confrontation reveals the fractured loyalties within the family and the complexity of trust in times of crisis. Later, panic spreads as Vihaan's statue mysteriously rises from the ground inside the house. The eerie occurrence intensifies the tension, hinting at supernatural forces at play and the looming danger to the family. Monday, November 24th, 2025. Mohana locks Gauri and the family inside a dark boundary, increasing their vulnerability. The sinister act traps them in a perilous situation, heightening suspense and urgency. Meanwhile, Sia appeals to Harsh, requesting that she and Prathamvanshi be allowed into Vihaan's house to perform the Prathamjal Puja. Their goal is to stop the evil influence and restore balance, marking a pivotal step in the fight against darkness. Tuesday, November 25th, 2025. Bettalini aids Gauri by weakening Mohana's dark boundary, giving them a chance to turn the tide. Her intervention proves vital, as every small advantage could determine the outcome of their struggle. Later, Gauri diverts the Dayan's attention, drawing their focus toward herself. This courageous act allows Sia and Prathamvanshi to enter, setting the stage for the crucial Prathamjal Puja and a potential reversal of fortune. Wednesday, November 26th, 2025. Prathamvanshi instructs Gauri to channel the Dayan's power to defeat Davansh, temporarily putting the Ant Kathavadi on hold. The responsibility weighs heavily on her, highlighting the risks involved in using dark forces against darkness. Meanwhile, Mohana and Davansh prepare for a chilling family sacrifice. The looming threat intensifies the urgency, as the stakes of failure have never been higher. Thursday, November 27th, 2025. Gauri and her family unite in a fierce confrontation against Davansh and Mohana. Their combined strength and courage are put to the ultimate test as the battle unfolds with life-altering consequences. Later, Gauri attempts to lift the Agni Shastra but fails, giving Davansh an opportunity to declare that her end has come. The tension reaches its peak as he prepares to claim his complete form, threatening to engulf November 28, 2025. Gauri is devastated upon discovering that Kesar was her sister, a revelation that shakes her emotionally. She then unlocks the powers of her mystical ring, harnessing newfound strength to confront the escalating threat. Following Mohana's orders, Davansh begins targeting the family one by one. The chilling attacks intensify the danger, testing Gauri's resolve and the unity of her loved ones. Saturday, November 29th, 2025. Gauri uses the Rishvamani to sever Mohana's hair, causing her to fall and weaken. The act demonstrates her strategic prowess and determination to protect her family from supernatural threats. Later, Gauri and Sia join forces in a fierce battle against Davansh, striving to prevent him from wreaking destruction across the world. Their courage and teamwork highlight the power of resilience in the face of darkness. Sunday, November 30th, 2025. Gauri surrenders herself to Davansh in a final act of bravery. As he strikes her with the Agni Shastra, her selfless sacrifice breaks his control, ultimately awakening Vihaan. The climax leaves the family hopeful, hinting at the possibility of rewriting their fate. With darkness subdued and Vihaan restored, the stage is set for a future where courage, love, and determination triumph over evil.